Hi everybody. It's been a couple of weeks since I did a video. Got a few messages from people asking me if I'm going to keep doing them. They enjoy them, which I appreciate those messages. And one guy said, "Have you run out of ideas?" And I said, "No, I haven't run out of ideas. Ideas is the last thing I have to worry about. I have ideas all the time. I'm basically an inveterate daydreamer, but whether they're good ideas, that's another issue. Or whether they're relevant ideas is another issue. But I have ideas all the time. The idea today, the concept today is about the stanza that we're all familiar with. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease, but tarry scant and marvel gaze. Just take the chest and go in peace. I'm going to double check that. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease, but tarry scant with marvel gaze. Just take the chest and go in peace. I've seen some people actually say they think that's a very mysterious stanza. I think it's one of the least mysterious stanzas in here, except for one little quirk, which is what I'm talking about today in that stanza. If you've been wise and found the blaze, stands on its own merit. If you found the blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease. Look down. Today's topic is going to be when to look down, because I think that's so crucial, and potentially so crucial a mistake if you don't know when to look down, that people have missed that chest by 200 or 500 feet. It's one interpretation of what that means when Fenn says people go right past it. But tarry scant with marvel gaze. Tarry means loiter. That's one definition. Scant means a few. So to me it means tarry scant, loiter a short time, if you will. Loiter little with marvel gaze. He says with marvel gaze. Marvel gaze he has talked about. You're going to be a little overwhelmed when you see that treasure. So don't sit there and spend your time ogling it. Just take the chest and go in peace. Leave. And go in peace. Someone messaged me, they thought that meant quietly or silently was their word. And I said, yeah, I think that's a good point. So what do we have him saying? If you've been wise and found the mysterious blaze, look quickly down your quest to cease. Look down and find the treasure chest. But tarry scant with marvel gaze. Don't wait around staring at it. Just take the chest and go in peace. Don't draw attention to yourself. Just take the chest and leave. Sounds like very simple directions. Sounds like very intelligent directions. Don't draw attention to yourself. Don't draw attention to yourself. All right. So what is it about this phrase, this line, look quickly down your quest to cease? The thing about that is that I've been thinking for going back almost a year when I started doing this, it occurred to me. Everyone basically says, when you're referring to the blaze, that look quickly down is referring to a place. And I think that's true. And I think that's true. It is referring to a place for you to look. Well, let's remember, and this is something that Fenn has said numerous times. These are Fenn quotes. Last month you indicated still nobody has correctly solved the treasure hunt beyond the first two clues. This is great. Fenn says, very few people tell me exactly where they're searching, so there's no way for me to know. Some searchers have been within 200 feet. Fenn says, some folks correctly mentioned the first two clues to me in an email, and then they went right past the other 7. So he's talking about the whole entire 7. Not knowing that they had been so close. Fenn says people have been within 500 feet of the treasure. Some say some of the treasures have been within 500 feet. Some of the searchers have been within 500 feet, I know. searchers have been within 200 feet. He said that in 2015 in February to Huffington Post. Okay, so people are not finding that treasure, even though they're finding out where warm water's halt and take the canyon down. They've got they've got where warm water's halt down, which is a physical place. They have the canyon down, which apparently I believe is a physical place. And at that point, they're getting a little, they're missing it. When he says they've missed all 7 places, then that's one thing, but I think there's potentially a problem if they don't know how to approach the blaze. They could miss it. What do people think when they say, look quickly down? I'll give you some stuff here. It's kind of amazing to listen to. This is Jenny Kyle. One of the good pages for people out there to check out. Mysterious Writings, if you're interested in this. It's a very straight page. It's not given to a lot of Bigfoot theorists and all that, if you know what I'm trying to say. It's a pretty straight page about the treasure hunt. It's got a lot of information. She says about this, while there are many possible interpretations for the look quickly down phrase, we share one of our favorites. We have asked ourselves, why quickly down? That's exactly what I wondered the first time I ever read that. Why would he say quickly? If you're standing at the blaze, you don't have to quickly look down. If you're trying to tell someone the treasure's under the blaze, whatever it is. For the sake of argument, let's say today the blaze is a big splotch of white quartz rock on a rock, and it's a big boulder that stands out, and it's a big splotch of quartz white rock on the boulder, and it almost, it's very stands out, which is what the blaze is supposed to do. It's supposed to stand out, look different, draw your attention, whatever. Chatting with some friends, we came up with the following possible interpretation. We feel it's very possible that to look quickly down implies look under. As to look quickly down could be to look directly under. Consider the spacing. It might not be look quickly down, but look quickly down. What is quickly down? Could it be very close or look under? This leads right to the next question. What would you be looking under? It could mean the blaze is on a flat rock to see which is used. It could possibly mean the blaze is on a flat rock to see which is used to cover a hole, like the method described in our video on buried or hidden. We realize there are lots of possibilities. These are the responses to what does look quickly down mean. Jenny has thrown out the concept it could mean look under something, maybe a flat rock. That to me doesn't really make sense. To look quickly down implies motion, speed, quickly. You don't have to do anything quickly to look under something, but we'll leave it at that. Someone says, I suggest you look down quickly at your GPS, your global positioning. I don't know what that means at all. He says you're going to need that, and what you see should surprise you. I have no idea what that means. It goes way off topic into all these things that have nothing to do with look quickly down. Okay, here's one. Quickly appears to be a rate of speed. So if you were on top of a hill and going down slowly, it would be a shallow grade. Therefore, quickly down would be a steep grade. I have no idea what that means either. I mean, it's a simple phrase. Look quickly down. Your quest to cease. And somehow, look quickly appears to be a rate of speed. Well, it is, quickly. So if he meant to say, if you were on top of a hill and going down slowly, it would be a shallow grade. Therefore, quickly down would mean a steep grade. I guess what he's saying is if you look quickly down, it means you're descending a steep hill because you're going down quickly. It has nothing to do with what he's saying. I mean, if you're going down a hill, you're going down a hill. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Then a guy says, perhaps, this was just 2018, by the way. These are from March of 2018. Then someone says, perhaps look quickly down or first refers to bowing one's head, removing pride, and asking forgiveness from individuals. Sometimes we all jump to conclusions of intent to those who enter our day. My apologies during this Easter season for any misinterpretations that I may have had. I have no idea what this means. If you say to someone, look quickly down, that's a far cry from saying, you know, in church, when I used to go to church, they would say, please bow our heads, or let us bow our heads. They didn't say, look quickly down. I'm saying that because I'm trying to make a point. Don't you agree? If you're in church and your preacher, pastor, minister says, let us bow our heads, you'd say, okay, that makes sense. If he said, look quickly down, let us look quickly down, you'd kind of say, that doesn't really have much to do with bowing our heads in humble prayer. That has more to do with look down at, maybe there's a roach on the floor. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. When you direct someone's eyesight, to me that has very little to do with bowing your head in prayer. It's just then, yeah, and then it goes off on this tangent, for God's sakes, a bit, no pun intended, about prayer. I mean, you're just going, what? Come on, guys. I mean, we're looking for a treasure here. We're not in church. Nothing wrong going, go to church. But, I mean, you're out looking for a treasure. I don't think Fenn, who I've never seen any religious referrals to at all, is trying to tell you how, when you found the blaze, to bow your head in prayer. It's kind of an interesting take on it. I mean, if you think in those kind of terms, you go, well, I found the blaze, and I guess I found the treasure. Although you haven't found the treasure, you've just seen the blaze. I'd say now, if you want to say bow your head in prayer, I'd suggest you do it after you find the treasure chest. Just take the chest and bow your head in prayer. Just bow your head in prayer and take the chest. I don't know. Get silly, but... Okay, here a guy gets put in some Google search. Look quickly down. Look can mean examine. Did you know that there are the following definitions of quickly? Quickly equals intelligent and or pungent aroma, an archaic definition. I forgot about this one. I love this one. Okay. Look can mean examine. Did you know there are the following definitions of quickly? Quickly equals intelligent and or pungent aroma, an archaic definition. Also, quickly equals directly, and down equals can mean direction, as in down the road, whether that is up or down in elevation. So, I love this. So, look quickly down could mean to examine a pungent aroma, a pine grove or group of sage or cedar bushes or trees, either above or below where you are standing. A bit of a different meaning than usually understood, worth considering if you are in or near the mountains. So the simple phrase, look quickly down, has now turned into, look for a pungent aroma from where you are standing, which may even be up, either above or below where you are standing. I don't think so, folks. This one guy says, when I look quickly down, I see 2 feet. Funny guy. Someone else says, no, he's basically saying, you must not have a belly. I will not say what I see when I look down quickly, but it's not feet. Little humor in the hunt. Oh, now here's another one. Look quickly down, your quest to cease could very well mean look down the page you are reading, which can be done quickly. So hear me all and listen good should catch your eye. This kind of gets into the concept that the poem itself is the map. I mean, Fenn has said the poem is the map in that if you read the clues in the poem, you can place them in you can attribute the different clues in the poem to locations on a map. Some people have actually said they think the poem itself is a map. And I mean literally that it's directing you to different places in the poem. Like he just said, look quickly down in the poem. Takes us to things like, but Terry Scant. And hear me all and listen good. I don't think so. I don't think Fenn's literally directing us from line to line. I think it's much simpler than that, which Fenn has kind of said at times. I think we do overthink this. I know that I have been accused of, and well, actually no one's really accused me of it. I've accused myself of it, of overthinking this thing. Here's one that just, this is, talk about overthinking or getting off topic. Talking about, again, the phrase, look quickly down your quest to cease. My first thought was the root of quickly, or quick, or to quicken, which means give or restore life to, with energy. This comes from its original or archaic meaning in relation to a pregnant woman. And when the fetus first shows life, signs of life and movement, this was referred to as the quickening within. Additionally, quickly can mean directly or immediately, down. And like CMR said above, perhaps on the clue level or the figurative meaning of the verse, it is suggesting we look immediately under this verse to but Terry Scant. This could be exactly what we are looking quickly down for, a Terry Scant. What the? I don't know. Some of these people, they're on drugs, right? I don't know. I gotta look at that again. Yeah, we got the pungent aromas going on. We got the pregnant women, the fetus first showing signs of life, the quickening. Quickening sounds like a good name for a horror movie. It just goes on from there, folks. It gets there's people part of the reason the treasure hasn't been found, I'm convinced, is because some of the people looking for it are reading this poem and think when you're out in the woods you're being told to pray or you're supposed to be thinking about pregnant women. And when you're that far off the mark, in my opinion, you're not going to find the treasure. It's kind of funny in a weird sort of way, right?